People, good evening people. Arno TV is back live on YouTube. Okay, we are back with you tonight. We are back with you tonight, people, because what is going on with the people that we talk about on this channel is quite frankly disgraceful. And let's just go straight over to the internet, shall we? And let's just look at what our despicable government have been up to. And, you know, all these, new revelations have been coming out about these parties in Downing Street in May of 2020, haven't they? And as we told you yesterday, you know, and we showed you that interview on Sky TV, and what did Johnson have to say about it? Oh, that's right, zero. And he was smirking and laughing about it, wasn't he? That is who this despicable, vile individual is. And where's he been today? Where has this man been today in the wake of all this? Oh, that's right, nowhere to be seen. So let's start here in the Daily Record. Boris Johnson absent from Commons as MPs slam Prime Minister over lockdown party. Angry opposition MPs told how their constituents made huge sacrifices during lockdown, while Boris Johnson and his wife attended a bring your own booze party in the Downing Street Gardens. Boris Johnson has been accused of running away from the simple question of whether he attended a COVID breaking party, bring your own bottle, lockdown party in Downing Street last year. And remember when we showed you that interview last night on Sky TV, he completely avoided the question, and all he would say is, oh, it was under an investigation, it was improper to comment on it at this time. That was the kind of thing he came out with, wasn't it? These people are an utter disgrace, and like we've been telling you all along, these people, they want to live in a completely separate world to us, and they want to be able to do whatever they want, whenever they want, break any rules that they want, and there'll be never any consequences. That is what these people are doing. They're an absolute disgrace. Labour's Angela Rayner said the Prime Minister's absence from the Commons chamber to answer an urgent question on the Downing Street parties spoke volumes about his position in the spreading scandal. Standing at the dispatch box in the Commons, Rayner told MPs there's no need for an investigation into the central question today. Did the Prime Minister attend the events in the Downing Street Gardens on the 20th of May 2020? It won't wash. Mr. Speaker, to blame this on a few junior civil servants, the Prime Minister sets the tone that if the Prime Minister was there, he surely knew. She added, I think his absence speaks volumes. He smirks on the media. The public have already drawn their own conclusions. He can run, but he can't hide. And, you know, on that particular issue, I do actually agree with her, because this man is an absolute disgrace. And as we showed you yesterday, it's not just his party on the 20th of May that's in question. There's also parties on the 15th of May. Isn't there? These people are an absolute disgrace. A disgrace, these people. And, we've had calls from the Scottish Tory leader calling for Boris Johnson to resign today if he broke his own lockdown rules. Okay? This is what's going on, people. And, these people just think they can get away with it. And we've had more reports of this, like in The Independent, Boris Johnson News, live. PM should quit if he broke the rules at party, says Scots Tory leader, as outcry grows. Boris Johnson should resign if he breached his own COVID restrictions by attending a party in Downing Street on the 20th of May, the leader of the Scottish Conservatives said. So, as I've just told you, there's also calls for Johnson to resign. These people, These people are an absolute disgrace. And anybody who's going to go along with listening to these people after all this kind of thing is coming out is an utter idiot, okay? These people are taking you for fools. And it's interesting, isn't it, that we've seen MPs crying in Parliament today. If I turn the music down, let me just show you something. Let me just shut up and play this.
In Northern Ireland, we reached a milestone of 3,000 deaths due to COVID just last week. 3,000 people who followed the rules and grieved today. So will the paymaster, including my mother-in-law who died alone, will the Paymaster General confirm that there will be a full and complete disclosure to enable the police service to ascertain that all was done decently and within the regulations at the date and at that time? I'm sorry, Mr. Speaker.
Now, obviously, that is quite shocking to watch, isn't it? The guy, genuinely I feel sorry for the guy. He's lost his mum and he couldn't see, his mum due to COVID regulations while these people were partying, okay? But is this what it takes? Is this what it takes with these disgraceful people in the Houses of Parliament? Is this what it takes for something to directly happen to one of them that affects their own before they realise, what these people have been doing and showing some opposition to it? Because the opposition parties, the whole way through this pandemic, like we've been telling you, have been an absolute disgrace, because the only thing most of them have done, the only thing, particularly parties like the Labour Party have done, the only thing that they've done is criticise the government in terms of the measures weren't tough enough and they weren't brought in sooner. That is all these people have done, and it takes something like this to directly affect one of them for them to actually show some emotion. This is what's going on, people. These are the people that are leading us, okay? They're an absolute disgrace, most of these people. And apparently, the Met Police are accused of a failure to investigate the number 10 lockdown parties, okay? The force considers its next steps amid warning of a stance on alleged breaches is supplying public trust in its policing. Basically, the Met. What do you think they're going to do about these parties? Because let's face it, it's not just these parties on the 15th and 20th of May, is it? Because we're talking about parties in December and November that Johnson is alleged to have attended. And he's been on TV repeatedly saying that, all the regulations, there were no regulations broken, no COVID rules were broken inside Westminster and the House of Commons and that team. These people are an utter disgrace. And what's happened to any of these people all the way through this pandemic that's broke any of these rules, yeah? What's happened to them? Oh, that's right. Absolutely nothing has happened to these people. And I suspect that the Met will come out at some point and say that no rules have been broken and they're not going to be pressing any charges on anybody, because that is what is going to happen, because that's what's happened the whole way through this pandemic. These people are an utter disgrace, And when are people going to start waking up to what these people are doing? These people are ripping up democracy, like we've been telling you. And what else has gone on today? Oh, that's right. COVID-19 UK. The UK records 379 more coronavirus-related deaths and 120,821 new cases, daily figures show. The latest government data shows that more than 35.8 million boosters and third doses have now been delivered across the nation, with 1.4 million in the past 7 days. The UK has recorded a further 379 coronavirus-related deaths and 120,821 new COVID cases in the last 24-hour period, according to government figures. Deaths data on Tuesday, today, is often higher due to a weekend, but it is the highest number of daily deaths since the 24th of February 2021. Okay, and these people want to have you believe that we're not going into another lockdown like we've been telling you for months on this channel. These people are lying to your faces. They're an absolute disgrace. We've got up to 24 NHS trusts declaring critical incidents because of staff absences, and people coming in ill with COVID, okay? That is what these people are doing. And, these people are trying to tell you that there's not going to be another lockdown coming soon, okay? How long is it going to be before so many NHS trusts have critical incidents and so many people have COVID, yeah? That they're coming on TV saying, oh, well, we didn't want a lockdown, but now we're going to have one. These people have been planning this all along. It's an absolute disgrace what is going on. And just before I came on air, I saw this pop up on Google about a local NHS trust in the north of England. Okay, Doncaster residents warned COVID-19 rates continue to rise. Okay, health and care bosses across Doncaster are calling on all residents to continue to take the appropriate steps to stay safe as COVID-19 rates across the town rise rapidly. Okay, and it's going on to say in this about how the NHS trust in Doncaster is severely overrun and a dangerous stage. That is what is going on with out there. These people are lying to you. They are going to call a lockdown very, very soon. These people think we're idiots, okay? And let's move on to something else that all these people that we talk about in this channel are involved in, which we've been speaking about in the last few days, okay? Let's move on to this, okay? Because what is going on with this trial with Ghislaine Maxwell is absolutely disgraceful. And we have Schwab and all his acolytes, Isabel Maxwell, Prince Andrew, all colluding and manoeuvring in the background through Schwab's friends over at the Daily Mail. Don't we? That's what's going on. Prosecutors offer to drop perjury charges against Ghislaine Maxwell if sex trafficking conviction is allowed to stand, as her lawyers argue compelling basis for retrial after jurors' sex abuse revelation. So they are already talking about the reduction of charges. They're already talking about that, okay? And you can bet your bottom dollar they are going to push hell. They're going to be hell bent on pushing for a retrial. This is an absolute disgrace. Ghislaine Maxwell, 60, faces the rest of her life behind bars following her conviction, but her defence is seeking a retrial after at least one juror lied about past abuse. There may be now up to 4 jurors who lied about their past, her lawyers claim. They want to hold off setting a sentence date until a decision on a retrial is made. So like I've told you, these people are pushing for a retrial, and they're talking about up to now 4 potential jurors that are alleged to have not filled in this questionnaire that the jurors had to fill in pre-trial. And one of the questions on this questionnaire was about if they had ever been a victim of sexual abuse themselves. Yes, that is what we're talking about. And, the initial juror, like we've told you, this initial first juror that came out, and gave an interview to the press, the press. Who did he talk to? Again, Who did this Scotty David talk to? Oh, that's right. He talked to Klaus Schwab's friends over at the Daily Mail, didn't he? Didn't he? And like I've told you on many, many, many occasions, the reason why I refer to the Daily Mail as Klaus Schwab's friends is because the Daily Mail and Klaus Schwab used to be a director of the Daily Mail Group between April 1998 and December 2004. So for 6.5 years, Klaus Schwab was a director at the Daily Mail Group, wasn't he? So for anyone who's stupid enough out there to think that Klaus Schwab is not working hand in hand with the Daily Mail, you are living in cloud cuckoo land. And who else is Klaus Schwab working with? Who else is Klaus Schwab working with? Oh, that's right. He's working with Prince Andrew, isn't he? Isn't he? He's working with Prince Andrew, isn't he? And, you know, as we showed you a Guardian article yesterday about Prince Andrew over at Davos in 2015, well, let's look at this article from The Independent about Prince Andrew over at Davos in 2015. Prince Andrew breaks cover in Davos to publicly deny sex slave allegations. There was an unusually high turnout for the royals' annual appearance at the World Economic Forum. Before British business leaders at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, Prince Andrew said, "For the record, I refer to the events that have taken place in the last few weeks, and I wish to reiterate and reaffirm the statements which have already been made on my behalf by Buckingham Palace." His voice was notably shaky. He added, "My focus is on my work, and this evening's reception allows me to tell you about just a couple of the initiatives I have founded and I am passionate about. After addressing the allegations in the introduction to his speech, an almost unprecedented step for a senior royal, the Prince made no further mention of them as he went on to talk about his work promoting entrepreneurs. Afterwards, Prince Andrew stayed for almost an hour and a half at the reception. As he left, a member of the press said, "Will you be making a statement under oath?" The Duke refused to answer, walking past the journalist, stormy-faced. Right? So when he was over at Davos in 2015, all these allegations were coming out about his involvement with Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein, weren't they? So what do you reckon? Do you reckon that's when he started talking to Klaus Schwab and Ghislaine Maxwell about what they were going to do through the Daily Mail if this ever went to court? These people must think we are absolutely stupid. These people are all working and colluding together to crush this trial. That is what's going on with this story. It's an absolute disgrace, and there's more of this out in the media from The Guardian about this trial. Prosecutors willing to drop Ghislaine Maxwell perjury charge if no retrial. Like I told you, they're already trying to get charges reduced. This is an absolute disgrace. What is going on here? And back over to Schwab's friends in the Mail. Ghislaine Maxwell is set to go on trial for perjury. Oh yeah, what I forgot to mention about this perjury trial, I do apologise. Yeah, what's this perjury charges are referring to? Back in the Mail, Schwab's friends, Ghislaine Maxwell is set to go on trial for perjury after lying under oath in the 2016 deposition in a defamation case brought by the accuser Virginia Giuffre. So this perjury charge actually relates to a deposition from 2016. This woman's been lying, he's accused of lying, should I say, as way back as when the initial charges were brought and the initial depositions were set back in 2016. These people are an absolute disgrace. They are liars, these people, and are hell-bent on covering up the truth. Okay, and you know that a picture says 1,000 words, yeah? A picture says 1,000 words. Well, what about this picture, eh? Have a look at this picture. Does that tell you who these people are? These people are disgraceful. They are not only nonces, yeah? These people are nonce protectors, because Isabel Maxwell, not going to name names, is she? Just like the article we showed you in the Times. These people are nonce protectors. Okay, that is who these people are, and they're all covering this story up and trying to crush this trial. And, for people out there that think that Arno TV puts out conspiracy and things like that, well, let's go over to the World Economic Forum, yeah? And who does Klaus Schwab work with? Or should I say, who is working for Klaus Schwab? Isabel S. Maxwell, yeah? Ghislaine Maxwell's sister, yeah? And this juror, should I say, Scotty David, yeah? He just happened to give this interview that's brought this whole trial into jeopardy and chaos. He just happened to give it. Out of all the media around the world that's been covering this trial, he just happened to give this interview that's put this whole trial in jeopardy to the Daily Mail, yeah? The paper that's working hand in hand with Klaus Schwab, Prince Andrew and Isabel Maxwell. Yeah, who are you, Scotty David? Who are you? And who are you working with? Okay, because the Mail are quite happy to put out cover stories out there, yeah, about, don't listen to this book that suggests that Maxwell and Epstein were intelligent assets, yeah? Who are you, Scotty David? Who are you? And who you working with? Because if you think that I am falling for any of this, these people are actively trying to crush this trial, like we've been telling you. And like we've been telling you, like we showed you in the Steeple Times, that article yesterday, the Met Police were investigating, or should I say, the Steeple Times have alleged that the Met Police and Ghislaine Maxwell under investigation as early as 1994. Okay, 1994. Like I told you the other day, 1994. That's a very interesting year, isn't it? A very interesting year. And like I told you the other day, I've got a very funny feeling that there's going to be a lot more coming out in 2022 about this woman in 1994. Just through some of the things that I have personally viewed about this woman on the internet. These people are an absolute disgrace. So I want all Arno TV viewers to keep your eyes peeled about what's coming out about this woman in 1994. And like I've told you, this is not my story and it's not for me to tell you, but I want you to all keep your eyes out about stuff that's going to go up online about this woman in 1994, because these people, like I've told you, these vile, disgusting, despicable people, they all have a lot to answer for. And when I've said that, I am not kidding. These people are vile to the core. Not only are these people corrupt, okay? Not only are all these people working hand in hand with Schwab and all these acolytes, working towards this new multilateral global system that they all want to put into place and have all us living in a life of servitude to them and all their acolytes. Not only that, these people are nonce protectors, and they're actively trying to crush this story kill the trial and cover the truth. And the reason why they're doing that, like I've told you, the reason why they are doing that is because of all the other high profile people that are involved in this whole sordid, disgusting affair. That is exactly why. And we are talking about the likes of people like Bill Gates, okay, Bill Clinton, these kind of people that are involved. This is what is going on with this case. These people are absolutely despicable, and there is no denying it anymore. That is where we're at with these people. So I am going to wrap up this broadcast tonight, okay, because what these people are up to, it's about time, as I've told you, people started seeing these people for who they are. They're an absolute disgrace. As I said, I'm going to wrap this up tonight, and I want to thank everybody out there who watches these live broadcasts that we've started doing. Thank you so much for watching, and anyone who's watching this channel and likes the output and what we talk about these kind of people and what they're doing, then please like and subscribe to this channel. And once you do, ring the notification bell so I can inform you people out there about future videos, future live streams that I'm going to be putting out about all these kind of people and what the hell these people are up to and what they think they're doing. Because there's one thing for sure, I am not going to stay silent and watch these kind of people rip up democracy, throw it into the dustbin and replace it with this new multilateral global system all over the Western world. I don't think so. He might have all his acolytes out there pushing these agendas, you know, his young global leaders that are now running countries, yeah? People like Jacinda Ardern and Alexander the Crew, yeah? Well, I am not going to stay silent while these type of people rip up democracy, okay? No way! So I will be back soon, with some more videos for you, like I've said. Until I am, I want everyone to take care, stay rock and roll, and I will be back very, very soon.